Hey guys, it's Arthur here. DNA Realty Group. So what we got here, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Page 138. A lot of times new agents like this cat right here, ducking, come into the business and they don't know what to do. But real estate has been sold for what, hundreds of years? And here's the blueprint, right? We don't have to recreate the wheel. So me and my boy Matt, aka Dan, are going to go with you and we're going to tell you what you can do as a new real estate agent, right? This is it right here. There's nothing else. So, on this column it says prospecting. So what do you think a FSBO is?
For sale by owner.
What can you do with them?
Flip them.
No, you call them and you ask them if you can help them sell their house.
Oh, yeah.
That's one way to get business, right? What's the next thing say?
Expired.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, expired listings.
What can you do with them?
Call them up and see if they want to give you their listing.
Right. They tried to sell a house with another agent. They failed, and now it came off the market. But they had to sell for a reason, and they like real estate agent because they listed with somebody. And that agent failed them. So now you could call them and you say, hey, I'm Matt. I saw your home came off the market as an expired listing. I'd love to help you. You could do this for commercial too, you know. What does it say next?
Just sold.
You know, after this video, you're going to have to pick a couple of these, and you're going to tell me what you're going to do. All right, so just sold. What do you think that is?
Properties that are just sold.
Nope. It's when you or somebody in this office, like you could take my sale, and you could call around the neighborhood or door knock around the neighborhood, and you say, hey, it's Arthur, DNA Realty Group. We just sold, or our office just sold on 123 Main Street. We sold this beautiful house, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. And I was wondering, would you ever think about moving? Or we have like 14 buyers left that came because everything's a bidding war. There's 14 more buyers that we have that didn't win that house because only one person can win. Did you ever think about selling? How long have you lived there? Would you ever want to move? Right? And what can you do with that? Each one of those, so far we're talking about phone calls, each one of those people you call, what can you do with them?
Turn them into a client.
Yep, there's always 3 things. I have a three thing formula. I made this up, patented to DNA Realty Group. You ask them for business, they tell you no. No, I don't want to list with you. Then you ask them for the referral. Well, do you know anybody else that might be thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate? Or needs help with real estate? Or number 3, what do you think number 3 is?
I don't know.
Good. You could add them to your database because your database is your business, right? Well, let me ask you this. Are you going to move ever? And the answer would probably be like, yeah, well, we're thinking about 5 years. Or if you knew somebody that was looking to buy or sell a home, do you have a great agent you would recommend them to? Say no.
No.
I would like to be that person. And from time to time, I come across useful real estate information. Do you mind if I send it to you? Say yes.
Yes.
Or I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Great. What's the best email address to send that to? Tell me. Make something up.
Matt@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thanks, Matt. All right, I'm going to send you my business card in the mail. Just hold it, and if you ever have any real estate questions, I'd love to answer them since you don't have anybody else. What does it say next right here?
Just listed.
What do you think that is?
Properties that are just put on the market.
So did you know this? Statistically, you might have seen this, and you're going to see it now that I teach you. When you list a house, usually within that street and that neighborhood, 3 more houses come on the market. It's like a phenomenon. Right? You know why that is? Because, like, ooh, my neighbor sold their house and I got $500 for it. We've been thinking about moving. So as soon as they see somebody else take action, and encourage them to take action. So you could do a just listed call. Call them up and say what? Hey, we just listed a house on 123 Main Street for $500,000. Did you ever think about selling? Or do you know anybody that would like to buy that house? And what are you doing? The 3 things? Do you remember? This kid's not even listening to me.
Ask them if they need a real estate agent.
No, ask for an appointment, number
Ask
1.
for an appointment.
What, then they say no?
They say no. Ask them if they know anybody.
Right, for a referral. Perfect. And number 3?
And number 3 is, can I send you something in the mail? And when are you
Get them to your database, right? So you can follow up on them. All right, so just listed. Past clients are your best source of business, especially when you work with them. Some people get a deal for every active client they're working with, right? So past clients, you might not have any if you just started in business, but like we have hundreds. So we call them up, we're like, hey, how you doing, Matt? It's Arthur, DNA Realty Group. We sold your house like 4 years ago. Did you ever think about moving again? or you should actually be having this phone call all the time, an ongoing relationship. Past clients is one of the best sources of business. Allied resources, you know what that may be?
Friends and family.
Nope. Like relationships with other business partners. Your real estate attorney, who you refer business to, your mortgage broker, your home inspector, right? In commercial, it might be a 21E guy, right? So all those people, imagine if they were giving each other business. Now it becomes a good group. You know what geographic farm is?
Like in a certain area.
Right. You pick 100 houses and you door knock them, you mail them, and you call them. Here's the thing with real estate. Don't do anything that you cannot afford to do for 18 months. So you could lead generate, which is pick up the phone. It's almost free, doesn't cost you anything. Or you could market. New agents shouldn't market because you can't afford to market for 18 months. So by the time you get business from your farm, you'll actually probably be out of money, right? Because if you're spending 2, 3, 4 G's a month, but it takes you 30, 60, how long does it take to close in commercial?
Like 90 days minimum.
90 days, right? So you spent money for 90 days and you still might not close for a year. So that's probably not a good idea for a new agent. Apartments. You know what that is?
Call apartments and see if they want to buy a house.
Yeah, like you see the huge rental units where they're paying like luxury apartments in Boston, Revere, even in Andover. They're paying like $2-3 grand a month. You call them and you send them notes and you say, hey, would you ever think about buying a house? Because your mortgage could be less than what you're spending on rent. Corporations, right? You go to HR companies and you say, hey, maybe, you guys are relocating people all in and out all the time. Do you have a go-to realtor? You need a really good presentation and a value proposition to win them over, but that's a good source of business. Builders. How do you get builders? Go ahead.
Call the builder registry.
You find them land, right? What do builders want to do? They want to develop. So if you find them an acre of land or a house on 2 acres, you call the builder and say, hey, I had a house you could buy. You want to buy it in cash? Only thing I ask is that when you're ready to sell it, you list through me. Most of them will say yeah because you brought them the deal, right? There's always you could telemarket. Banks, you know what short sales and REOs are? Foreclosures, right? You could call them and say, hey, I know sometimes you guys get foreclosures. Who do you send them to? And the last category is third-party companies, right? People who, like asset managers that handle a bunch of banks' information, and they have to assign that and liquidate those assets, right? Got this? Are you getting this? So you could call all these people. You never run out of people to call. You could just call neighborhoods and be like, hey, would you ever think about something? Just listed, just sold. You could call. You'll never run out of numbers to call. Even if you call all of Andover and North Andover, it'll take you like a year. And by the time you recall, they'll forget who you are. So you can call forever. All right. Any questions?